One of the key foundational statements that Church of Christ was kind of built around is this idea of the priesthood of all believers. It's taken from books like the letter to the Ephesians, which talks about one body, many parts, many gifts, serving one purpose, a priesthood. And although it's a beautiful idea, it is a little bit more challenging in practice. Because what do we mean? What do we mean when we say we're all priests? Does that mean when the church's carpet needs to be changed, we all need to have a vote on what colour it should be? Or does it mean that we all should preach? Every week we'll do a roster and the whole church will get one turn of preaching because we're all priests. Is that what it means? I guess I want to say, not really. The truer meaning behind it is far deeper and actually far more challenging. And I think it's best described through a story of this Christian family and their new neighbours. You see, they'd seen the for sale sign go up months before, and then finally it read sold. As this elderly couple moves in, truck backs up, off they get. The Christian family that live across the road assume that they might be international. They hear them speak to each other in a second language. And they think this must be a fresh start maybe, a lifelong dream to live here. And so they're excited because they seem quiet, they seem neat, it's adding to the neighbourhood. But something is noticed by this Christian family over the next few weeks and months. While all the other neighbours would have visitors, perhaps have grandkids or kids come and visit, would have life to them. Over school holidays, different cars parked over the driveway and on the nature strip sometime, they would notice that this couple would have no one. In fact, it got a little bit more concerning when they noticed this couple would barely leave the house. One would assume that they might not have family here, that they could be really isolated, even really, really lonely. And so this Christian family that live across the road do the Christian thing. They pray. And one night while they're praying for God to send a pastor, and maybe even an international pastor, to help with a second language type thing. They're praying specifically as we're told to. But on this occasion, this doesn't happen every time. God always responds, but on this occasion he responds audibly. And he says to them, guys, I'm on the same page. I'm with you. I also am concerned about this couple. I see their loneliness. I see their isolation. And I've actually been working on something for a long time. Before they even moved here, I knew some people that I wanted to connect them with. He says, I've put them really close. I've put them really close. In fact, so close that they live across the road from this elderly couple. It's at that moment the family realised, oh, it's us. We're the priests. And through hospitality, through kindness, through presence, they're able to connect with that couple and welcome them into their community. And in seeing the love and kindness and joy they have, those people come in contact with Jesus. This is what it means to be the priesthood of all believers. To go, to be the priest at your work, to be the priest at your uni, to be the priest at your school, at your coffee shop, at your local shopping centre, to be the priest on your street. And what do I mean by priest? I'm not talking about going out wearing a gown, wearing diamonds and emeralds on your chest and wearing a hat and doing ritual sacrifices. No, I'm talking about the truest definition of a priest, which is one that points to Jesus, to go and point to Jesus in the way that you live, in the way that you respond, in your kindness, in your love, in your generosity. As Philippians says, to live in such a way that you have to defend the hope you carry. People start asking, what is right with you? That's what it means to be the priesthood of all believers. And that's the idea that I'd love to challenge you with, discuss, wrestle with this Church Christ Sunday. As the old Sunday school song says, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. We want to challenge you this Sunday. Where's God asked you to shine that little light? Where's God placed you to be the priest, to point to him, so that people may around you come in contact with Jesus? Have a great Sunday. Can't wait to hear stories of people meeting and coming in contact with their Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ.